What's up, guys? I am back with another chit chat. Get ready with me for work, obviously, because I don't be going nowhere. Now let's be real, okay? These last couple of days have been the ghetto. Has been the ultimate ghetto, bro. The girl has been going through it. But you know what? We move. I had a moment with God. I think it was like yesterday or the day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. And I was just like praying to God about certain things. This YouTuber that I watch, she posts encouraging words, prophetic words and things like that. I forget verbatim what she was saying, but she was pretty much explaining that like there's certain things that like she really didn't give to God because she knows herself, right? She was saying how like for her, she knows when she's giving something to God, like when it's painful and when it hurts, like when she starts crying. She was saying how like she knows when she like gives things to God because it makes her emotional and she starts crying. Being completely honest, okay, I'm like that. Y'all know like the whole saying like check on your tough friends. I'm her, she is me. Okay, I always made sure that everyone's good. Whereas like for me, it was like whatever. Like I know I'll be fine. I'll toughen it out. Whatever. I used to do that with God. I don't anymore. Like I'm very whatchamacallit, vulnerable with God, but I'm not very vulnerable when it comes to people. I do have amazing, beautiful people in my life, and that I'm so, blessed to call my friends, my sisters, an amazing family. But I think it's just honestly like from the way that I grew up, that was just kind of like ingrained in me where like, like you'll be fine, like you'll be okay. Like you gotta kind of handle it on your own type stuff. I used to tell myself, girl, you a thug. Thugs don't cry. I ain't no thug, y'all. God was just showing me that that's something that I need to work on. Not trying to be quote unquote strong all the time. Because I don't have to be. Because God has put people in my life that I can trust with my vulnerability. I need to trust that. But it's hard out here, y'all. It's just so hard to let go of how you've been doing things for so long. You know what I mean? Like even crying. Oh my God, I hate crying in front of people. The only time that like people would see me cry is like at church when when the glory just falls on you and you just start yeah, that's me in church. But apart from that, I don't like people seeing me cry. I just don't. I always saw it as like I don't mind. I don't like care or like judge other people who like cry and stuff, blah blah blah. But for me, I always felt like no, like I have to be strong. Like I can't let anybody see me cry. I always saw that as like a weakness, right? So it's like no, like you gotta be tough. Like you gotta like you can go and cry at home. Also, like you can't be going into like relationships with that because it's like anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. And to be fully transparent and honest, I didn't want to come on here and do my makeup. Like I'm not really feeling this whole talk about my stuff situation that you got going on. But God was like, nah sis, we finna talk about it. And I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna talk about it. So here I am talking about it. You know how as Christians, God places us in certain environments, right? Where like either work or whatever, where we're to preach the gospel. One thing that's always been on my mind was like, you know, hey God, like you sent me here to like preach the gospel, right? I always thought that like in order to do that, in order to set a good example, I had to be perfect. I'm in this environment and I'm supposed to be a representation of Jesus Christ. So clearly, I can't be out here looking a plum fool. I'm not talking about like obviously like directly sinning or like blah blah blah. Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like genuinely like, bro, like you made a mistake, you're human, you're not perfect. That's what I'm talking about. I always thought that, but if you are supposed to be a representation of like Christ and stuff in an environment that, you know, there's people who don't know Jesus, you have to put on this, I don't want to say persona because it wasn't a persona. That's not what I was doing. Just like, I guess, afraid to mess up because then I felt like that would be a direct reflection of God because I'm like representing him, if that makes sense. In those specific environments is what I'm talking about. I had to like be perfect. I had to be the perfect example. And honestly, I've realized that I've got it all wrong. First of all, I'm human and I'm not God. And so I can never be, will never be perfect, right? I think that if I'm being honest with myself, that I was doing those people a disservice by trying to be perfect, whether consciously or unconsciously. Because I don't think I was doing it on purpose. I think just subconsciously was what I was doing. And I feel like, to be honest with myself, I was doing those people a disservice by pretending that I was perfect. The whole reason why, you know, we need Jesus is because we're dug-out humans, fam. I feel like, what was I saying? I'm losing my train of thought as I'm looking for something. I feel like I was doing them a disservice by showing them that, you know, even as a Jesus follower, like as a Christ follower, like I make mistakes too. Like I mess up as well. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I was just doing them a disservice and I wasn't really truly being an example of what a Christ follower looks like, because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect and I never will be, but I was, whether again subconsciously or not, I was still putting on this like persona of like, oh no, like, you know, if you follow Jesus, you're perfect. And it's not true, because even as a follower of Christ, that doesn't mean that, you know, your life is going to be perfect, that things are always going to be amazing and life is just going to be like roses and peaches and all that kind of stuff. That's false. And whether I wanted to believe it or not, I feel like I was pushing this false narrative of what Christianity is supposed to look like. I didn't mean to, but with the people that were looking up to me or like towards me for that specific reason, that's the example that I was setting by not truly being honest. I mean, not honest, but just being open and vulnerable with the struggles that I face on the daily, with like, you know, when I have like a very bad day, like when I'm going through certain things, and instead I put on this persona per se, I try to act like all tough, like nah, like I'm good, I'm going to be good, which is true, because at the end of the day, God is still going to take care of me and I'm still going to be good, you know what I mean? But in that moment, I could have been transparent, I could have been honest with myself and with others, that like, bro, fam, I'm struggling, bro. Like, I am actually struggling. And it's okay. And that at the end of the day, God still got me. And at the end of the day, like, you know, even as a Christian, we're still going to struggle. Being a Christian doesn't mean that you're perfect at all. We're just people trying to, you know, trying to walk this life with Christ, trying to be obedient, trying to love him, trying to walk in our purpose. Like, that's just what we are trying to do. And I think I played a part in just not representing God properly through trying to be perfect. You know, does that make sense? And I thank God for opening up my eyes to that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be hard for me to be open and vulnerable and all these different things with people, because truly and sincerely, I'm just not used to doing that. Like, obviously, like, when I'm going through stuff, like, my friends are there for me, but I don't think I ever truly let them see the rawness of certain things that I go through, because I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, I will give that side of myself, like that rawness, like I will let God see that, and like people don't need to witness that. Like, that's okay. I want to come off like, I want to seem like I'm strong, but the reality is the only reason why I have the strength that I have to go through the certain things that I've gone through, to overcome the certain things that I have overcome, is because of Christ Jesus, and that's it. It's not because of my, like, I don't do it from my own strength. It's not that I was pretending that I was anyway, because I would always tell people, like, girl, like, this is this is God. Like, I had to pray and ask God for strength every single day. And I really do, because I really be out here going through stuff, bro, and it's like the ghetto, and I'm like, you know, God, like, I know there's a lesson in here somewhere. Can you teach me what it is so that I can like, you know, get up on out of here, because wow, you know. But so that's my homework, trying to be more vulnerable with people. I got all y'all to keep me accountable, and you guys are welcome to just, you know, be nice about it, be Christian like about it, and be respectful about it. But yeah, I guess I give you permission to be like, hey, yo, girl, you're practicing vulnerability today. Honestly, even talking about it right now, I'm just like, Jesus, how am I gonna do this? But yeah, that's what I'm learning. Kind of had to share. God was like, nah, sis, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna talk and you're gonna share. I was like, but God, I don't want to share. I don't want to read. And he was like, I guess it's the first step of being vulnerable. So, hi. I feel like I'm in like we can call it vulnerability anonymous. Is that a thing? Well, it is now. Hi, my name is Rebecca, and I have issues with being vulnerable with people. Hi, Rebecca. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. But yeah, y'all. So this was my little TED Talk. Ooh, did I put on highlighter? Hold on, let me put on some highlighter. Hold on. This is a hard one for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that it'll pay off in the end. God wouldn't be asking this of me for no reason. This is just him wanting me to grow. I mean, honestly, if you're not growing, then girl, what are you doing? Or dude, what are you doing with your life? Like, there's no way you should be the same person that you were like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Like, are you not learning anything? Are you not growing? This is my little situation, and this is where I'm at. And yeah, but thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me. I hope that this helped somebody, anybody. And if you are going through the same thing, comment down below. Like, let's talk about it. Well, if you want to, in the spirit of vulnerability. Yeah, so I'll see you when I see you, and I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. And I love y'all. Bye-bye.